Welcome to Scrum Masters Elite _UK. Subscribe to the channel to explore lessons on trust, growth, and the competitive spirit in sports and life.
Mr. Erasmus, the head coach of the South African national rugby team, the reigning world champions. What impressed me the most at first was his bold prediction that Italy, a team that often finishes at the bottom of the table, could finish second or third in the tournament. In a highly competitive environment like the Six Nations, where teams such as England, Ireland, France, and Scotland are always highly rated, placing trust in Italy is not mere flattery. It's a judgment based on analysis, observation, and a deep understanding of their actual progress. I think this reflects the qualities of an outstanding coach. He does not look at history to assess the future. He looks at the present, at how Italy defeated Scotland, challenged Ireland right in Dublin, and played with a completely different spirit. To me, this is the first lesson: don't let past prejudices cloud the progress of the present. In life as well, we often see others or even ourselves through the old version, forgetting that people can always change. When Mr. Erasmus praised Gonzalo Quesada, the head coach of the Italian national team, I felt the genuine respect between professionals. He called Quesada one of the best in the field, respected by the whole world. This is not just diplomatic flattery. It shows that he understands the value of tactical intelligence, the blend of modern rugby thinking with the discipline and strength in the forward pack. I particularly noticed the detail where he said that when a team like Italy truly believes they have a chance, they become more dangerous than ever. This statement, to me, carries meaning far beyond sports. Belief is the most powerful catalyst for performance. A team may lack reputation, tradition, or even depth, but if they truly believe they can win and believe it wholeheartedly, they will play with an entirely different energy. I have witnessed many instances in both sports and life where a group only truly explodes when they realize that they have a chance to win. That moment frees the mind, removes self-doubt, and turns pressure into motivation.
Perhaps this is what Italy is experiencing right now. Another point that made me respect Mr. Erasmus even more is his caution in speaking. When asked if he would be surprised if Italy beat England, he responded, "No," but immediately asked that his words not be taken out of context in a sensationalist way. This shows professionalism and responsibility. He didn't want his words twisted into a provocative statement. I appreciate this attitude. In an age when media can easily cut, edit, and exaggerate, maintaining clarity and balance is no simple task. I learned that when expressing opinions, it's important to consider the context and the consequences. Honesty does not equate to impulsiveness. He also mentioned the fact that when South Africa faces Italy, they know that if they don't perform at their best, they could easily lose. This is a very thought-provoking acknowledgement. A world champion does not underestimate their opponent.
They always prepare for the worst-case scenario. It's this respect for the opponent that helps maintain their position. To me, this is the second great lesson. Success doesn't come from thinking you are superior, but from always preparing thoroughly as if you could fail. In work or study, if I become complacent because I think I'm better than others, that's when the risk appears. The return of Ange Capuozzo and the pairing of Juan Ignacio Brex with Tommaso Menoncello in the midfield shows that Italy now has their strongest squad. This isn't just a tactical story but also a psychological one. When a team is fully equipped and feels they are in their best form, they step onto the field with immense confidence. That can make all the difference in decisive moments. Will Greenwood's comment that Italy is no longer only strong in set pieces but also has a coherent playing style, quick pace, and sharp attacking players only reinforces this point. Over the last 20 to 25 years, Italy has evolved from a team that merely caused trouble to one with a clear identity. To me, this is proof of steady development.
There's no leap forward that happens overnight. It's the result of investment, belief, and perseverance. I also reflected a lot on the psychological aspect that Greenwood mentioned. You can enter a match with anxiety after 2 consecutive losses. In high-level sports, psychological pressure can sometimes be even heavier than physical stamina. A team expected to win often bears the burden of enormous pressure. Meanwhile, a team rated lower has a psychological advantage. They have nothing to lose. I realize that in life, many times, it's the pressure of expectations that makes us lose our naturalness. When we are too afraid of making mistakes, we become hesitant. When we are too anxious, we don't dare to take risks. On the other hand, when we are at ease, we perform better. What I liked about Mr. Erasmus's statement is that he praised the unpredictability of the tournament. He believes this is what people want: surprises, not knowing who will win, weaker teams beating stronger ones. I completely agree.
Sports would lose their charm if the outcome were always predictable. It's the fair competition and the ability to turn things around that creates excitement. It makes the fans anxious, and it pushes the players to give their all. I think this is also the message for those watching: don't just cheer when the team wins, appreciate the entire development journey. Positive comments from a world-class coach certainly bring pride. But to me, what's more important is the clarity. Compliments do not guarantee victory. They only open up possibilities. Ultimately, the result still depends on the performance on the field. I've learned that belief needs to be paired with action. Italy's confidence will only be meaningful if they maintain discipline, speed, and focus throughout the 80 minutes of play. Similarly, in life, belief in oneself must be proven through concrete effort. I don't think Mr. Erasmus's evaluation is an exaggeration. He is basing it on actual form, on the progress in tactics and mentality.
However, rugby always contains an element of surprise. Even though they are struggling, England still has considerable tradition and squad depth. Therefore, the outcome of the match will be the true test of Italy's ambition. I believe the most valuable thing in this whole story is not whether Italy beats England or not, but that they have caused top experts to view them with a different perspective. That is a sign of maturity. The lesson I've learned for myself is to keep improving every day, even when unrecognized. There will come a time when that effort is acknowledged. And when the opportunity comes, I must be brave enough to believe I deserve it. I think we should learn to support progress, instead of only celebrating titles. A team in development needs proper encouragement and long-term belief. Sustainable success doesn't come from a momentary breakthrough, but from building a solid foundation, respect for the opponent, belief in the ability to change, and an unwavering competitive spirit. I believe that no matter the final outcome, Italy has crossed an important psychological boundary. They are no longer a team entering the tournament with a mentality of being the underdog, but a collective ready to challenge the old order, and that, to me, is the first victory.
Closing the journey with continuous progress. Belief and effort will always make a difference. Goodbye and see you again.